it is estimated that 82% of small businesses fail due to cash flow problems. Cash flow means the money coming in, the money coming out. So you have cash flow problems when you have less money coming in and you need to spend more or you are spending more. And so the cash flow problems include unpaid customers' debt. That's why we are here. I like what Becky, Brannis, Grace, and Cecilia and Robert talked about. How do we ask customers to pay debt while maintaining the relationship with the customer? So that was a very good question from them and a good discussion we'll have today. It is essential for small businesses to have a balance between maintaining a healthy customer relationship and also ensuring that the debt is paid. But let's look at the first things first. What do you need to have before we even talk about customers' debt? You need your products or your product need to offer value to customers. If I gain value from your product, then I would feel pain if I don't access that product. So you need to ensure that there's value you offer to your customers, such that if they're not paying and you stop offering that product to them or that service to them, then it's painful to them. So that is the first place you start with. Secondly, provide good customer service. If there are complaints, if there are concerns, always ensure you respond to them. From time to time, you could also ask for customers' feedback so that you are aligned with the customers. You can address their issues, whether there are issues to deal with how to make payments, how to access your products. It still helps you manage customers and customers' debt. Thirdly, record and keep customers' information. I cannot overemphasize on that. We have some Africa, they'll be talking to us about that. We have a dedicated session and it will be our 5th webinar. Everyone must attend that session. That is very central to a business. We must keep records and customer information. And during that session on record and bookkeeping, the 5th session, which on 6th of September, we will be looking at how you do it, where you start, and it doesn't cost you a lot of money. And we'll have the leading provider in the market, Zoho, cooperation with us, and they'll be sharing their wisdom around that and also how they support small businesses to manage records and customer information. So now we are going to look at the 10 ways of doing this, and we will not limit ourselves to the same. And we'll here, you have a product, you have good customer service, you're maintaining your customer's record. Then what do you do next? Set clear payment terms. So you need to be clear on when I offer this service or product, then how should customers pay me? And communicate your payment terms upfront. Don't wait. If you're operating a restaurant, you've served me that chicken. Once I'm full, now is the time you're discussing with me about payment terms. No, it doesn't work that way. You tell me in advance. Here, if I visit your restaurant or your shop, or even on social media platforms, I get in touch with you, then you tell me this is the product we offer, and we allow our customers to pay in this manner, right? Upfront. So that by the time I'm enjoying your service or having your product, then it's very clear how payments are done. And this makes it easier later if the customer defaults, then the conversation on debt repayment becomes easier. It also helps avoid confusion. So please set clear payment terms and discuss with the customers upfront. Secondly, invoice promptly. Some of us sell on Instagram, a number of us, and WhatsApp, Facebook. Some of us on marketplaces like Jumia and the likes. Now, when your product is delivered, and you always indicate their payment upon delivery. Once the product is delivered, the customer needs to pay immediately. You don't wait, the product was delivered yesterday or last week, please make the payment. No. They have received the delivery has been done, please let them pay. Or you've offered a service, invoice them. Invoicing is sending them how much they should pay you in whichever format, and ensure that they pay. The third thing is follow up on overdue payments. For you to follow up, it means you must track, you must have a record. This customer came, got my product this day. They paid this. This is and they have a credit of this, or they didn't pay. We agreed they would pay in 2 days or after whichever period of time. Please follow up on the same document. Even when your customer is there, let them know that you're documenting. The other day, I visited one of our small businesses, and while I was there, she had a very heated debate, argument with a customer, because the customer was disputing the amount of credit that she was asking her to pay. So, there was really confusion. And finally, the customer paid less. And our entrepreneur was very disappointed. So we agreed with her that she would acquire an exercise book and start recording customers' credit and customers' information and track that. When you're recording, don't record when the client has gone. So let them know that I have recorded. So today you've promised to pay this date, or you have a credit. So you record while they're there, so that you minimize chances of disputes. The other thing, offer multiple payment options. I can't overemphasize this. And our next webinar on Wednesday, same time, you'll use the same link. We'll be talking about payment options. We'll also have experts joining us. Please ensure you attend this. You have done everything. You can't fail here. Customer is asking you, so how do I pay? Cash. You need to understand your customers and know which payment methods are relevant to them. Is it mobile money, credit cards, online payments? So be flexible, but offer what is relevant to them. Please attend next Wednesday's session, because we'll be discussing about this. The other thing is give them an option to pay in installments, offer installment plans. And this would allow your customers to split payments. So instead of them paying you today, they possibly can pay in 3 installments. But you can, instead of you following up on this, and that's why we have Lipa Later, they'll be telling us how they can support you as an entrepreneur to extend that credit to the customer. So by when the customer acquires your product, when they pick your product, then you get paid 100%. And Lipa Later now follows up with the customer to pay the installments. So you can have someone manage this for you, credit for you. It makes it easier. You get your money 100%, and John will be talking to us about that and how you get to enjoy that. But this is becoming popular as times are challenging now. Some clients are preferring to pay in installments. The other thing, always involve your customers in making decisions on how they will make the payment. So you've offered the installment payment, you have various payment options. You have also clear terms on the payments. So as you discuss with them, involve them, you could ask them, how do you prefer to pay? Let them decide, then you agree as a team so that they own that. Now, sometimes we get to debt because we are looking for quick money. Anyone who can agree with me? Before COVID, we had an entrepreneur who worked very hard when she was starting the business for the first, actually it was less than 2 years. Towards the end of the second year, she started getting quite a bit of orders and customers. She was in food and beverages. So she got good orders and customers were paying. The business seemed promising. And then she accumulated that fund and she was ready to expand her business. But at that particular time, I think she had about 600,000+. A relative comes to her and is like, there's this deal here, gold trading, blah, blah. You'll double your money within a month. And then she thought, anyway, we're in December and I want to expand my business next year in January. 1 month won't hurt. And you can't believe it, she gave her the money. And that was the end of her business. Please avoid quick money deals. A customer comes to you and, they have this deal that you can't resist. When it's too good, think twice. So I would always encourage you to avoid quick money deals, prioritize your business long-term success, ethical practices, and minimize unnecessary risk. At the end of the day, there's no free money. The other thing is that in Kenya, we have a small claims code. Now, for debts that are below $1 million, then you could consider this. And I wouldn't encourage you to consider this at the beginning. Try other options, and when all the options are not working, then maybe you could consider the small claims court that handles civil cases involving small monetary claims that does not exceed 1 million. This includes unpaid debts. How you do it, just go to your closest court from where you're based, ask them about the small claim court. You'll be required to fill a claim form. You don't need to have a lawyer for this process. So they made it so easy for people without legal representation. However, if you can have one, it's still fine. So you'll be required to fill a claim form, then a mediation process will start. There'll be a hearing and judgment, enforcement of judgment. And as I mentioned, you could have legal representation or may not have. This is just to make sure that everyone accesses justice. The other option you could use is considering debt collection agencies. We have organizations that just focus on this. But remember, if you engage debt collection agencies, they will charge you a fee. It could be like 10% or whichever fee that will be agreed, so that if they collect a certain amount of money, then they deduct their percentage. Again, I would not encourage you to start with this. Consider the other options. But if it can work, this is also an option for you. And why not negotiate with your customers? This is an option for you. Your customer has not paid you, you sent them reminders, they're not responding. Now they've even blocked you. They're not even picking your calls or responding to your messages. Maybe you could consider negotiation. Negotiate with your customers to establish win-win outcome. And later, I will share a link to a video for you just to see how this works. Now, when you're negotiating, of course, I'm assuming that you've kept your customer records. So you're very clear how much the customer owes you when they picked your product or they had your service. So you have your records in place. You have tried other options, following up, that has not worked. Negotiations would be in form of seeing a win-win situation. A customer owes you, let's say, 2,000 shillings. And so find out, first of all, why is the customer not paying you? What is their interest? Is there an opportunity for you to negotiate with them? When you're negotiating, there's a strategy we call interest-based negotiation. What you do, you create value for everyone. They owe you 2,000. Your service costs 2,000. So maybe you'd propose, what about paying the 2,000? And then when you come for the next service, you have possibly a discount of this, but pay upfront before the service or before picking the item, or possibly pay this and you could have an additional discounted service for the next 3 months. Don't just ask for the money, because if you just ask me for the money, I may decide I have nothing really to lose. But if there's an offer for me to come back for more, and for you as an entrepreneur to maintain long-term relationship, then it starts making sense. So this could be a good option for you to consider. I will share these on the chat just to see how you negotiate with the customers. I would also like to hear from yourselves whether we need to have a session where we just talk about negotiation skills with your customers and when recovering debt. Allow me to just go through quickly upcoming programs. Next week, we'll be talking about payment options, ways of getting paid. I would encourage you to attend the remaining sessions. The other session will be on record and bookkeeping on 6th of September. Same time, use the same link. And then we'll close on 13th of September as we discuss how to manage finances as a small business. So really excited to have you with us in this conversation. And allow me now to invite Rose Mboya to take the next 15 minutes. Rose, I hope that will be enough. I can see Joy Karinga has her hand up. Joy, you may ask your question as Rose prepares. Rose?
Oh, okay, thank you very much. I thought somebody was asking a question.
Yes, actually,
yes,
I was not asking a question. I was agreeing with your point. I forgot to lower
Oh, lovely, lovely. And thanks for that, Joy. So, Rose?
Thank you very much.
You may take us through your presentation. Do you wish to project?
Sorry, I will not project. I'll just talk.
Okay. No problem, no problem. That's fine.
Yes, thank you very much. Now, this is Rose Mboya from Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute, KIRDI. I'm the head of industrial linkages, policy, and intellectual property. I'll basically just tell you what we do at KIRDI and how we support the small and medium enterprises. We are a national research institution mandated to undertake research in various fields. For example, in food technology, in chemical technologies, in leather technologies, textile technologies, in environment, in energy, and we also provide laboratory services for those of us who are interested in testing the quality of their products. So apart from undertaking research, I know of interest is for the participants to know that we also support the small and medium enterprises to grow. And this we do through our various, through the various structures and strategies that we have. One of them is the business incubation, where we offer business incubation to the small and medium enterprises for a given period of time, during which time we provide the following services. We provide the technical expertise, where the SME is able to be trained on the various technologies they are interested in during the incubation. We do product development. If you have a product that you want to develop to enter a market, we provide you with business skills. We do some training on soft skills, on business skills. We also assist you in doing the marketing of your product through our various platforms. We help you in branding and packaging your product to ensure that it meets the standards, or it can also be looked at as a product that can go into international markets. We also assist you in getting intellectual property protection for your trademarks or your technologies. We also ensure that your product meets the KEBS quality. So we'll train you on how to make your product to reach that quality. And we also assist you in networking. Like once you are a member of one of the incubation facilities, then we have a networking sessions where you are networked with various government agencies and even other participants or other SMEs. And we've seen a lot of success in that area. So during the incubation, you're allowed to use our facility for a period of 6 to 18 months, depending on how we see you progressing. Once we feel that you're ready to leave, then we allow you now to go to the market. So another way that we support the small and medium enterprise is through training and capacity buildings. Maybe you just come in, you want to know how to make a particular product. So we'll just train you on how to make that particular product, how to access the standards or make sure your product reaches or meets the KEB standards. So sometimes we also do what is called the common manufacturing facility. This is where the SME would come in with their raw product and then they process it using our facilities to a final product. We realize most of the SMEs do not have the capacity to buy the very big equipment. So we provide that equipment where the SMEs comes in with their raw products, raw materials, and they just process and go with it to the market. And in that, we also have what is called the prototype development. For those of us in the engineering section or the metal and fabrication, you are interested in fabricating something, we have the engineering section that would support you in doing that and also in helping you doing it in mass production. So we also have that facility that would assist in incubation, but also in the prototype development. In terms of incubation, we also have a section on the leather and textile. So those of us who are in the leather sector interested in processing their leather or raw hides to final products, we have a facility that does that, and that is in the common manufacturing facility, where you come in with your raw product or raw materials and you get out your finished product. In the leather section, we even have the section for finishing. So if you're interested in making bags, belts, and shoes, we have that section. So you just come in with your raw material and you process it to a final product. In the textile, we also have a machine for making embroidery. We have a machine for making sanitary pads. So for those of us who are interested in those areas, we have the textile division that would assist you in doing that, and the common manufacturing facility. So the equipment is there. Even for those who are interested in making carpets, the equipment is there. So you come with your raw material, you process it, and you go. In the cosmetic sector, we have a whole center for that. Those of us who are interested in the cosmetics, be it soaps, detergents, face creams, body wash, all those, we train you, and apart from training you, there's the common manufacturing facility where you can produce your product in mass and take to the market. In the food section, we support SMEs in all the food areas, food related, whether it is in baking or juice processing, vegetables, or anything food related. Then we have the food section that we have the equipment that is able to assist you to process your product up to the final session, and the technical experts to ensure that your products meets the market. In the energy section, we are looking at renewable energy. So those of us who are interested in the biogas technologies, interested in briquette making, solar panels or solar making, energy efficiency. So those are areas that we support. Also, there's the issue of the animal feeds. We've seen a lot of interest in that area. Many people come for that training. So if you are interested in those, we will be training you in that to ensure that you have a product that you put in the market. So basically, at the end of it, by the time you are leaving Kirdi, you have a product that is ready for the market. It meets the KEB standards, it is well packaged, and it is well branded. So in summary, that is the kind of support we give to the small and medium enterprises. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rose. I know there's a lot of interest, and we'll keep this conversation coming. Please, if you need us to have Rose for another session dedicated for Kirdi, please put it on the chat. I know some of you have been asking for us to bring Kirdi on board. And today, just the beginning. Please tell us on the chat if you need us to have Kirdi for another session to understand this and how you'd like to benefit from the services they offer. So thank you so much, Rose, for that good conversation around the support you give to small and medium enterprises. Now we'll move on to Salim Mohammed. Salim, please take 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Salim will be talking to us about their solution that helps you manage your customers and track customers' debt. And then after that, we'll have John for another 10-15 minutes. And then we'll have Lucy talk to us about the exciting business innovation awards they're running out as KEPSA. So Salim, is your time.
Thanks, Rachel, for this opportunity. So I'd like you to help me by projecting the slides.
Okay, let me get that.
As
yes,
as Rachel does that, so I will briefly explain what SOMO does. SOMO is a non-profit organization, and we support entrepreneurs by training through joining the SOMO through training, and after training we have the investments that comes as SOMO Invest. So with SOMO Invest, we give grants, equity to the entrepreneurs who have pitched during their training completion, and the grants will enable them to start and establish their successful businesses or enterprises. And as they are in the 2 years acceleration program, they are also entitled to get other benefits. That's like a growth investment, that's INUCAP grants, which is a competition held and the entrepreneurs compete for 100,000, and the second winner gets 50,000. As well as in that, we also have entrepreneurs now utilizing the DigiKua, which is a platform enabling them to track their records and the progress in their business. And with the same cash flow that they generate using the DigiKua for updates, they're in a position to also get interest-free loans or loans with at most 5% interest from our partners. And the partners include Standard Chartered Foundation, we have Mkono Loan, we have Bestseller, and Optimizer. These are the partners who we partnered to give growth investment to our entrepreneurs. And also we have the linkage to market to the entrepreneurs. That's SOMO Soko, which is annual marketing day where our entrepreneurs get the opportunity to come and showcase, and we invite our partners and other people to come and buy and also see what our entrepreneurs have. As well as we have Tengeneza na SOMO. This is a facility where entrepreneurs have a chance to go and do their production. If they don't have access to such kind of machines, we have them go and utilize the space doing their production. It comes to soaps, flour, and all those other kind of area. It's found in Nairobi. Yeah, personally, I'm located in Mombasa. So in our today's session, I will just briefly talk about the DigiKua tool, how it helps our entrepreneurs track or keep record of the debts and also customer information. So DigiKua is a USSD and also a WhatsApp-based record-keeping application, whereas it does the following aspects: does the record updates and for revenue and expenses, record updates for the inventory, then also clients information and financial validation, as well as every quarter we normally have surveys to track the business performance. And this also enables us as a SOMO team to analyze how these businesses are performing. So on the USSD part, for its access both on the smartphones and the feature phones, also known as Kabambe, that's the code *384*50#. So once you dial this, you'll be in a position to register and follow the prompts towards updating or start using the tool. And go. So the WhatsApp number is as shown on the screen. So once you save that phone number, maybe as DigiKua or wherever you use it, maybe as a record keeping tool, you just send 99 and it will give you the prompts. You can go ahead and log in or even register, and you go ahead without following the prompts as you use it. And go next. So in case you have any challenge during the registration, this is my phone number. Feel free to reach out. I'll be in a position to help you so as you can start using this tool. And also we normally have the voucher, but at the moment we enable to make it optional. So at some point you want to request for the voucher code, you'll be in a position just to continue. Then how you access the cash flow. Once you register, you go to option 3. So since we say that with the DigiKua, it sends you a spreadsheet, or it's connected to a spreadsheet. So you say on the main dashboard, you select option 3, that's generate and send cash flow to email. You follow the prompts having your email, you select the business, because with DigiKua, you can have multiple businesses registered to it and you still operate using the same phone number or the same app. So you can select which business that you will be using or you need to see the cash flow at that moment. So this is an example. Since I said I'm also one of the entrepreneurs, this is an example of me requesting my cash flow to my email. So the overview is that with the spreadsheet, you'll be in a position to see the monthly the month tabs that consist the revenue, products sold, client information, expenses, the records on the monthly basis, as well as if you want to see the cash flow, at the first page, we have the cash flow that has the combined, that's from January to December, and you'll be in a position to see how each month has been performing and where like is your, maybe if you want to do some projections for the future, it will be in a position to give you that analysis. Yes, this is just a continuation of the, So managing your cash flow. So under managing cash flow is where you will find all these aspects of managing clients and the debts. So you select option 2 from the main dashboard and you'll have the prompts of the 14 options or 14 areas. And for instance, you can go ahead. And for the case of managing debts, you'll, if you are in a products business, then you'll have to select option 6. And if you are in service business, you'll have to select option 7. For my case, my business deals with the graphic design services. So it's in option 7. And as you can see, you'll follow up the prompts, enter the date when you made this sale, you select, just go back, please. You select the date, then enter the phone number of the client. So if you want to record the details of the client, you can select, you can enter their phone number and it gives you more prompts on how you keep on that record, or you skip if you didn't take the phone number. So for this case, I didn't have the phone number of the client, I had to skip. Then when you go next, the prompt comes to, just on the same slide, you have to, what type of the sale was this? So for the case that if the sale was on credit, you have to select option 2. But for this case, mine was cash. I had to select one, and that's why it was not necessary for me also to get the phone number of the client by then. So for the credit, you select option 2, and to give you the prompts on maybe the payments terms, when the client is expected to pay, and even the reminder. It gives you a way that you set reminders, where it goes to the client's email as well as to your email, and you'll be in a position to get Google notifications that the payments due this time, just the way you find when you maybe Okoa Jahazi, Safaricom gives you prompts that you are supposed to make your payments at this time. You can go ahead. So, but you have the slide for adding, so adding clients information. So we have 2 ways. You can either use, when you're updating your sales, or recording the revenue. You can do two things, that's client's information as well as the debts. And we have also another section that is basically for the client's information, where you can register new clients. And once you register the new clients, every now and then when they come, the details just pop when you select the details of the clients, and you'll be in a position to go ahead. So for instance, option 8 in the managing cash flow, we find that states that register new client and you enter the contacts and all that. For instance, this is my contact where I had to do a demo registering myself for the presentation. So this is a tool that is available to all the entrepreneurs or people who have businesses, can help you to keep track of your cash flow. It has all those kind of areas. And as you have our area of focus today, it was how you can record your customer information as well as managing the debts. Thanks, and over to you, Rachel.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Salim. That was useful. And Salim, please tell us, is there a fee one needs to pay?
Okay, for all the entrepreneurs who have contact to SOMO, it's a free tool that it's accessible to them. However, for maybe a partner organizations, we can also customize the tool based on their needs, and that brings about the cost, and the cost is relatively fair. So that's something that we can discuss later on, but at the moment it's accessible. The entrepreneurs can register and even start using it.
All right, thank you so much, Salim. That was very helpful. Now we move to the session you've been asking for, Lipa Later. How do I pay in installments to get a device like a smartphone or an asset for my business, as well as how do I enable my customers to pay on credit and to pay in installments, but I get paid 100% of the value of the product or the service I offer. And I want to invite John Zhao from Lipa Later to talk to us. And after that, we'll have Lucy Mitei from KEPSA talk to us about the Innovation Awards KEPSA is running. John, it's your turn.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Okay, first, I'd like to draw a scenario to each and everyone. So you have 20,000 shillings and you urgently need a phone, but at the same time, you have bills and other things to do with money, like maybe supporting your family and everything. But at the end of the day, you need that particular phone. So how does Lipa Later come in? I'm going to try and address that. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible. So
yes, it is.
Thank you so much. So the topic is managing customers and customers' debts. So under table of content, we are going to be addressing what is Lipa Later, that is what is Lipa Later Group, what do we normally do, and Sky Garden, where is our market presence, our commitments to our vendors and our customers, and what products do we offer and what are the terms. So about us, we are focused on you. So Lipa Later is Kenya's biggest buy now pay later company. We offer a unique alternative payment option that gives you, the customer or a consumer, unlimited access to products and services as you pay for them over time in affordable monthly installments of 3 to 12 months. How do we do this? We allow you to purchase our items on credit from categories that we operate in. So together with our sister company, Sky Garden, we offer a wide variety of products to choose from. You can opt to get the items on credit via Lipa or pay for the item on cash via Sky Garden. So under Lipa Group, you have two options. So you can either get an item via Sky Garden and pay through Lipa and via our installment model, or get an item on Sky Garden and pay cash, that is, pay the full amount. Here is how we normally, so this is how the sign up process is. So the customer signs up. The customer signs up on Lipa. So you're supposed to visit our website or the app. And basically how you can create your Facebook profile is how you're going to create your Lipa profile. And then once you're done creating your Lipa profile, the next thing we'll do is we are going to credit limit. So the customer is credit scored by our credit department, and then is issued. And then, so once a credit is uploaded to your profile, then now you have credit on your profile and you can shop for any item that you wish. Then the next thing is processing the order. So we normally process the orders, and then the order is delivered to the address that you provide. And then the next thing is, of course, payment now to Lipa and back to the vendor. So how does it work? So the whole process, or rather the whole workflow, is that the customer signs up. So you're supposed to sign up and provide your bank statements and everything, and then we do a KYC, that is know your customer, and then we identify the verification and all that, and then we credit score you. So this is normally done through a machine learning that is automated, or internal scoring. So we have to manually check your bank statement or your M-Pesa statement. And then after that, we ascertain that according to this particular statement, we can offer you this particular amount of credit. And then after that, there's a credit decision. So once we analyze your credit statements, we can either approve you, reject you, or ask for extra documentation. So extra documentation could be if maybe the bank statement needs extra documentation. If you're self-employed, do we need extra documentation to show that indeed your company is operational and all that? And then at the end of the day, or rather, once we're done, we are going to provide the credit. So the next thing is our products. So for our products, we have different types of products, but I'm going to try and highlight the main things. So once we allocate you a credit limit, so let's say we give you a limit of 70,000. So with this 70,000, you go ahead and shop for an item. Let's say the item is like 40,000, and then you make the first installment. Immediately you make the first installment, your credit limit is going to, we are going to revolve that credit limit. What do I mean by this? Immediately you make payments, your credit limit is updated, and you can shop and shop and shop. So your credit, as long as you're paying on time and everything, then your credit limit is going to be it's going to remain the full amount. And then we normally provide credit limits from as low as 5,000 to as high as 500,000. This is to individual customers. To B2B and corporates, we can do as low as 200,000 to as high as 10 million. The other thing is there is a 10% upfront fee paid by the customer just before we dispatch or while we are processing the order. And then the other thing is that we assure or we guarantee our customers that the prices that are offered on Lipa Later are the best prices. And in any case that a customer comes and indicates that I'd like this particular item from a certain store, we can make arrangement with that particular store and make full payment to that store. Once the store has received payment, then they can dispatch the item to the customer. And then after 30 days, the customer begins repaying the facility back to Lipa Later. But the vendor will have already received the item, the payment. Then, so what are the benefits of shopping? So what are the benefits of shopping with Lipa Later? So one, on the customer side, we normally provide flexible repayment from 3 to 6 to 12 months. There's an instant credit limit allocation of 5,000 to 500,000. There's a revolving credit limit, as I'd indicated earlier. And if you happen to buy on Sky Garden, and let's say you are within the same locality as the vendor, let's say you're in Nairobi. So we also provide same-day delivery. The other thing is that on the 10% upfront fee that the customer makes payment for, the customer is going to enjoy an insurance. In any case that you lose the item through theft, you're supposed to report this to the authorities. And then once you've reported this, please make sure you report the same to us, and then we are going to conduct a check on our end and then advise. And we also provide, most of our items come with warranty, and in any case that the item is defective, we are going to refer you to a service center. There is also instant sign up and decisions. So being a fintech company, we try and make decisions as soon as possible and within the shortest time possible. So you can sign up right now and we allocate you a credit limit within 20 minutes, within even less. The other thing now on the partner's end, that is the vendor, which I believe is going to be viable to most of people here, like Cecilia, is how we can assure you that you're going to increase your sales by 30% if you sign up with Lipa Later or Sky Garden. Our products drive increased conversion, repeat purchase, and revenue growth. The other thing is that let's say you're a vendor and you do not have a website, we can also take you in as a Sky Garden vendor and provide training and provide a platform where you're going to list your items and begin selling. So the other thing is how it works on the merchant side, that is the vendor or the partner. So the customer shops, you upload the items and then delivery, and then we make payment. I think that is quite straightforward. Now, in regards to the payment for Sky Garden. So let's say you're a Sky Garden vendor. So the customer has already made payments and everything is done. And then now we are supposed to make payment to you as the vendor. So the payment is normally, you're going to get a wallet. It's called a master wallet. So on this particular wallet, Lipa Later Group is going to make payments to you via the wallet, and then via the wallet you can withdraw the money to your bank or your M-Pesa. The other point is our competitive advantage is our pricing are quite friendly. We've also tried to incorporate a lot of technology, and that is why we are trying to make the best possible decisions in regards to credit allocation and collection in terms of customers. The other thing is our employees. I believe that for each company or for any team to be successful, you have to have a strong team that backs you. So our employees are available and they are very dedicated. So in case you have an issue, they are going to assist you in the best possible way. In terms of we also have global offices. So we have presence in Uganda, we have presence in Rwanda and Nigeria. And our market growth has recently quite grown. The other thing that I forgot to touch on is in regards to Sky Garden payments. Once an item has been dispatched to the vendor, we normally make payment directly to the wallet or to the vendor within 48 hours. Yeah, I think that's it. The other thing maybe that Becky had raised is in Lipaleta, we have a very strong model of customer centricity approach. So we believe that harassment is not a means of collection. And I believe that in case, let's say, a customer has defaulted or is late in making payments, there is a certain approach that one is supposed to take up and make collection, and at no point should the customer be harassed. And that is what we normally try and do on our end.
Thank you so much, John. That was great. I have a number of questions that we must answer now before we have Lucy from KEPSA talk to us about the awards. I have two main questions, John Zhao. First one, we are entrepreneurs here. So when John talks of merchants, he means someone selling items, an entrepreneur or a small business owner. So he's referring to us. So John, in a scenario where I sell furniture, I'm a small business owner selling furniture. How do I go about the process of enabling my customers access Lipaleta credit so that they're able to pay in installments? And when they pick the furniture, I get 100% the value of the furniture. So as an entrepreneur, how do I go about that journey?
Okay, thank you for that, Rachel. So as an entrepreneur, how you can go about that is signing up on Sky Garden. So under Sky Garden, there is an option of sell. So once you click that, you're going to get the process on how you can sign up. So once we receive your application, we are going to guide you. We're also going to conduct training. And as soon as you're also going to get your own portal where you can upload your items. And as soon as there is an order request, then you're going to receive a notification and then process the order. On your end, you're going to process the order as a Sky Garden order, but now on our end, because the customer would like to make the payment in installments, on your end, you're going to receive the full payment, but on the customer's end, the customer is going to be making the payment in installments to Lipaleta.
Okay, great. And John, suppose I sell on Instagram, WhatsApp, I have a catalog, or I have an online shop or a website. Is there another option or an additional option that an entrepreneur would take?
Yes, initially we were trying to, we had that particular option where one can, we can take you up as a Lipaleta direct vendor. But right now we are trying to channel all our sales via Sky Garden, which even if you have a catalog, you're going to share the catalog with us. We are going to share the catalog with the sales team. So by the time the customer is calling us or by the time the customer has identified an item, the sales team are going to fully inform the customer that these are the specifications and all that. And then you as the vendor, you can upload the item on your end, and then we can process the order. I think you're on mute, Rachel.
Oh, yes, yes. Thanks, John, for that. Yeah, quite a bit of discussion around that. So we'll see how to make it easier for small businesses to enroll. After this, please share the link of registering on Sky Garden. Now, the other scenario, John, is where our entrepreneurs want to acquire an asset for the business, maybe a small machinery or even a phone. Can I walk to any provider selling a phone or the machine I need, and Lipa Later enables me to pay in installments? Maybe you could respond to that.
Yes, you can. For any customer, as long as your credit score is okay, you can identify an item. We actually have a new product that was just launched recently. It's called the 20% pilot. So we're in partnership with different vendors. So the customer basically walks into the selected vendors that we have and identifies let's say it's a phone. As long as the phone is below 50,000 and you're supposed to fill in a particular form, then we conduct a quick credit analysis, and then within 20 minutes maximum, you'll have received confirmation that indeed you can qualify for that particular phone. So it is regardless of your CRD status and all that, as long as your credit score is okay, then you can identify the item and we are going to process the order immediately. So you can walk into the shop and leave the shop with the phone that you identified. But in that case, you're supposed to make 20% upfront fee. So in normal cases, the customer, that is the normal process. You're supposed to visit the website and complete the sign-up process. And then we are going to conduct the credit allocation and all that. So for that, you're supposed to make only 10% upfront fee during order placement. The other thing is that we also have, if let's say a vendor would like, let's say it's a school and they'd like to set up the school and they do not have facilities and all that, we can come in and purchase the items on their behalf, and then they can make repayment back to us in installments. So we also have that particular arrangement and our B2B setup.
All right, so thank you so much, John. Because of time, we'll have to end here. I know we have a lot of questions around that. So we'll be working with Lipa Later just to ensure that you enjoy their services, your customers are able to pay in installments. And for you, when you're acquiring a device or an asset or any item, even personal items, then you also benefit from their pay later service. So John, I would request that you put the link, how they sign up, as well as your contact. But I would assure you that I will keep engaging Lipa Later, and as Biashara Africa will help you to then access their services. Quite a bit of interest around DigiKua. Salim, please also put the link, your contact as well. And I've seen Rose from Kirdi has responded to some of you who are asking where their offices are. We have Nairobi, South Sea. Just Google. On Google, you see the direction. Kisumu along Kibos Road, Eldoret, Garissa, Kilifi, Migori, Bungoma. You only need to walk to any of these offices and you will be served. Just Google Kildi, Garissa, you will see the directions. Or if you ask any government office or your county government, you should be able to see that. I will keep engaging Kirdi just to ensure that then you access their services and support you need. So these are some of our partners just to ensure that you succeed in business. Now, allow me to invite Lucy Mitei. gender specialist from KEPSA. KEPSA is one of our partners who have also supported us to run the Small Business Awards. And they're also running Innovation Awards, Excellence Awards. So Lucy, I would invite you to talk about the awards and how our entrepreneurs can participate. Also tell us if there's what benefits are there. You could also tell us a bit about KEPSA. Lucy, we'll give you 7 minutes, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rachel. I've also enjoyed the presentations so far. Really a ton of information that is actually being shared. So I'll endeavor to use the 7 minutes that you've allocated me. Thank you very much. And so I want to believe that KEPSA is not so new to most of us. KEPSA is the Kenya Private Sector Alliance, which is the apex body for the private sector here in Kenya. So we are a membership organization. We composing of business associations, corporates, SMEs of different tiers. And our main mandate is to act as an advocate for the private sector in Kenya. And when I say advocate is we come in, or we are the intermediary between private sector organizations and the government. And so the idea around that is, of course, to support private sector in Kenya, and to provide, or to really strengthen, to provide an enabling environment or ease of doing business in Kenya. So straight on to our Innovation Excellence Awards, which we have just, which in terms of, application that's ongoing, we really want to appreciate Biashara Africa for giving us an opportunity to share more about this opportunity. So we are running Innovation Awards, and one of the things that we are seeking, of course, is participants or applicants really trying to look at innovative products and services or innovative ideas. If you listen to Lipa later, that's definitely an innovative business model on how we get to bridge the gap of financing SMEs, or or even individuals, when you're talking about the ability to get up phone and pay later. So we're also looking at businesses that are Kenyan. So for you to apply, you have to be a Kenyan-based SME. Show potential value gained by by customers. So you have to demonstrate that value. And also we will also be looking at ideas that are protected when you talk about intellectual property, and happy that Kirdi were here to share that also. That's a service that they offer to SMEs. So I don't know if you can see, I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Awesome. So the first, so we have 3 categories. The first category is what we're calling Best Overall Business Innovation Award, which will go to the best 3 innovative businesses that have demonstrated unique business excellence through innovation in their products, services, or processes. So for this, we have the winner will walk away with 200K, the first runners-up 100K, and the second runners-up will walk away with 50,000 Kenya shillings. The other category is Best Youth-Led Business Innovation Award. And here we're looking at businesses that are owned by either a man or a young man or a young woman, and looking at years between 18 to 35 years. In terms of the cash prize, you can see 150,000 for the winner, first runners up 75K, and 50K for the second runners up. The last category is the Best Women-Led Business Innovation Award. Here we're looking at a business that is owned by a woman aged between 18 years to 70 years. And that is, I'm sure you can see the cash prize for that category. So those are the 3 main categories. It's the first time we are running an innovation award, and we are really excited to be able to give opportunity for SMEs here in Kenya to also showcase their innovative products and services. So why participate? As mentioned, you've seen that we have money to boost your business. And then, of course, we'll also give some trophies for each of the 3 winners. We also will provide publicity, all KEPSA communication platforms and media coverage. So should you get, should you be one of the winners, you get free publicity and also free exhibition. We will be having a gala dinner a gala dinner that would be the platform where we'll be awarding. But before that, we have the SME conference, and one of the platforms that we'll give to the winners is an opportunity to exhibit their products and services. Of course, we also talk about linkages, whether you're talking about market and finance linkages, opportunities for skill training, digitization, and also accelerator programs, all that are provided or that are under our SME program at KEPSA. I know you'll be interested to learn about the selection criteria. So in terms of in terms of the eligibility criteria, so we're looking at enterprises with staff less than 250, and also your turnover has to be less than 100 million Kenya shillings. So between, say, 100K or even 50K to 100 million, as long as your idea is, you consider your idea innovative, or you consider your product or service innovative. Priority sectors are those that are listed: agriculture, ICT, healthcare, retail, trade, creative, and enhanced manufacturing. And then that innovation has to be implemented and commercialized with high value. And when you talk about high value, we're talking at the ability to, we can see the opportunity to scale, looking at efficiency, and also even social impact. So there are other aspects that we'll be looking at. I think for youth-led and women-led, those are the criteria in terms of the age bracket, and I think I have shared that. With regards to screening, as mentioned, so we'll be looking at efficiency. So I think one of the questions that we've had applicants have is, how do you define innovation? So we're looking at efficiency, we're looking at the ability to scale or growth, and also the sustainability aspect of that. Allow me to skip that but I think this is quite important. A little bit information about, sorry for that, about the award process. So the application is ongoing and it ends on the 31st of August. So we have like 8 days to make your application. And then of course there'll be shortlisting, and then the screening of the submissions to provide, of course, to just align and see who we have in the list. The verification of submitted documents, we will also do our due diligence just to ascertain the, especially the ones that will be shortlisted. We'll do some due diligence. And then we'll have some interviews of the shortlisted participants by a panel of judges using the innovation matrix that we've shared. And then what is quite interesting is we will have an opportunity for each category. We'll have 5 participants from each category, and we will give an opportunity for the public to vote for those innovations. So that would be an opportunity to test your service or your product with the public and get and get votes. And the top 3 winners from the public voting, those actually will be awarded. So the awarding ceremony will happen at a gala dinner on the 23rd of November 2023. So that's it about the award process. So allow me to finish there. There was a question, or there was a comment about how do you get to join KEPSA. So I'd like to let me see if I can share my screen quickly again on the value proposition for, sorry for that. Okay.
Yeah,
so
Lucy, as you do that, there's you could share the link for the awards application on the chat. Later is okay. And then someone is asking, KEPSA should also have PWD-led business award, just as they have for the youth and women. That's just a comment from Aslin.
That's yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll take that comment under advisement. We will have a conversation. This is so far. This is what we have, but I think when I'll take that feedback, and that's very good feedback. So someone asked, so how do you get to join KEPSA? So we have different levels of membership to KEPSA. Let me just share about the SMEs and startups. For categories, so we have tier 1 SME, and those are businesses that have lifespan. They've been in business between 5 to 10 years, and their annual subscription fee is 50,000. And then SME tier 2, 3 to 5 years, 20,000. And then most SMEs are here, startups, 0 to 2 years, which they only pay 10,000 Kenya shillings. And the value proposition, of course, is the opportunity for capacity building trainings, financial linkages, mentorship and coaching, access to markets, value chains, and all that. And then you also get to participate in various sector boards. So we have different sector boards. We have in energy, agri. So just KEPSA sector boards mirrors government ministries. So we would have sector boards based on how the government is organized. So different sectors, and you can imagine they're quite a number. And then, of course, priority consideration to quote for KEPSA businesses and products. So you get to have an opportunity to also do business with KEPSA and all those other listed value proposition. I just want also to say, I still have, my time is up. We have an upcoming program. We are soon kicking off a program that seeks to provide access to finance to SMEs here in Kenya. That is upcoming. I don't want to share more information about it, but in terms of one of the things that I know, of course, are quite challenging for SMEs is getting credit. And one of the things that always makes that more difficult, of course, is the collateral issue and the other eligibility requirements that financial institutions would ideally require. So we have designed loan products for SMEs that we believe that can really bridge the gap, as in terms of requirements, really be flexible, so that we can ensure that SMEs access finance. So that's upcoming. I know once it's ready, we'll again come to Biashara Africa to give us another 15 minutes to share that opportunity for you guys to also benefit from it. So that's it from me, unless there are any questions.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lucy. We definitely look forward to the loan product. Here at Biashara Africa, we offer loans through our partners. So looking forward to having KEPSA as part of our financial partners. Just one asking, any program targeting youth? Then another, that's from Tulu, another one from Gaha, organizations in business support services and consulting likely to benefit from KEPSA membership? If so, how? Possibly you take less than a minute, we are out of time. Lucy, you may respond. You're on mute.
So sorry. So the question about youth. So we actually, the program that I just talked about, that will target women and youth specifically. So that's a program to look out for. It's actually grafted for young people and women. So I think you're set. With regards to membership for organizations that provide consulting services, allow me to get back to you with regards to the value proposition for such businesses, because I'm not so quite clear at the moment, and I don't want to give you a misleading answer to that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lucy. We'll definitely continue having yourself and KEPSA team with us, your partners, and excited about the Innovation Excellence Awards. In the next two minutes, I would like to play a video that shows our upcoming programs and opportunities for yourselves as entrepreneurs. Within that time, if you have a question, a comment, please put it on the chat. We'll continue to address your questions. Yes, we'll have a recording. I can see a number of questions. You can actually, after this, watch our recording on Facebook. I've just put the link, but we'll also upload the same on YouTube and share the link. We always communicate via WhatsApp and emails. So just check your emails, WhatsApp within the next 24 hours, and you'll have the recording. Now, allow me, because some of you have been asking about upcoming opportunities, and I want to play a clip on the same. In the meantime, put your comment, your question on the chat so that we can pick it up, even as we look forward to questions.